Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel English Edu Class. Today in this session, we are going to learn a short story titled as Daughter. It is written by Latha Jagatiani. And this short story is prescribed for BCom BBA, a first semester of Bengaluru North University and Bangalore University as per NEP syllabus. But before that, I am Professor Venkataramu BR, Assistant Professor of English at Government First Grade College, Gudibande. Well, let us jump into the session. In this session, the contents of discussion include the introduction to the author Latha Jagatiani, and then introduction to the short story Daughter. Let us know the main characters involved in this story. And the most important thing of this session is analysis of the lesson. Then we have the recap of the entire session. Please do watch the video till the end. At the outset, let us begin with the introduction to the author Latha Jagatiani. The short story Daughter is written by Latha Jagatiani. Latha Jagathiani was born and brought up in Mumbai. She holds a postgraduate degree in MA in English Literature and Aesthetics from Mumbai University. She has been a lecturer in English in Mumbai and Dubai colleges. At present, she lectures in creative writing at KC College, a postgraduate college of journalism. She is a regular columnist. She is well versed in many languages. She loves to dream, read, swim, and travel both in India and abroad. Her writings cover a wide range of topics. She writes spiritual columns for the Times of India and DNA in Mumbai. Latha Jagatiani has authored 7 books: Temple Bells and Other Stories, Bhagavad Gita in 365 Days, Towards Light, Sindhi Reflections, Mumbai Terror Attacks, O.P. Nair, King of Melody, and Dada's Wisdom. She loves nature, books, music, and films. Let's come to the introduction to the short story Daughter. Latha Jagatiani's Daughter is about the discrimination and inequality faced by daughters in Indian society. Deepa, the protagonist of the story, faces injustice and discrimination from her father. The story Daughter revolves around the central character Deepa and shows the hardships faced by a female child. It's a poignant story about patriarchy. The story questions the patriarchal society. Patriarchy becomes the central theme of the story. Let's come to the main characters in the story. The first and foremost character is Mr. Suresh Shamdas Chabriya. Mr. Suresh Shamdas Chabriya is Deepa's father. He is a big businessman or technocrat in Mumbai. He died at 78 after a prolonged illness. The story opens with the death of Deepa's father, Mr. Suresh Shamdas Chabriya. Mr. Suresh Shamdas Chabriya is a symbol of patriarchy in this story. Let us come to the second important character, that is the lawyer by name Saurabh Sahib. Saurabh was a lawyer and a childhood friend of Suresh Shamdas Chabriya. He drew up Suresh's will. He has his office at the Oval Maidan after Suresh's death. The lawyer reads the will in front of Deepa and her 4 brothers. Let's come to the minor characters, or the children of Mr. Suresh Shamdas Chabriya. The first character is Rakesh, Deepa's eldest brother. And the most important character in the story is Deepa, around whom the story revolves. She is also called as the protagonist of the entire story, or a central character of the entire story. The next 2 characters are Ashok and Sunil. These are Deepa's middle brothers. And the last one is Gopal, Deepa's younger brother. Friends, the images given here are just fictitious. They don't resemble anybody. And just for the sake of education purpose, I have used these images of some people. Now let's come to the story sequence. The story is written in such a way that's very attractive. The opening of the story is quite interesting. We are going to study the opening of the story in detail later. Followed by that, we are going to know how Rakesh ridicules Deepa. And the third important thing in the story is Deepa's desire to join her father's office. And the fourth one is the other 3 brothers' reaction to Deepa, the drawing of the will, aftermath of drawing up the will. The next important thing is the lawyer remembers how Suresh enjoyed the birth of a lovely girl called Deepa. The most important event in this story is the cricket match, the ending of the story that ends giving a good message. Let us know all those things in detail. Friends, now let's come to the summary or analysis part of the story. Let us take an event or incident and then analyze one by one. The first incident I am going to take is the opening of the story. Friends, the story opens with the death of Deepa's father, Mr. Suresh Shamdas Chabriya. At last, the technocrat died at 78 after a long illness. Before his death, Mr. Suresh Shamdas Chabriya had written a bill. The reading of the bill was to take place at Sorab Sahib's office at the Oil Maidan. The immediate family members arrived at the appointed time. Sahib read the bill out and was heard without interruption. According to the bill, Deepa received a sum of 7 lakhs which is already nominated to her as the Reserve Bank of India bonds. Except for Deepa, nothing unusual happened. The brothers were neither surprised nor alarmed. Almost as soon as Sahib folded and set aside the bill, Rakesh, Suresh's firstborn, stretched his legs forward, yawned out aloud, lazily gathered his briefcase and straightened his shirt. The other 3 quickly pushed their chairs back, stood up, and went towards the door. When they reached the door, Suresh stood up. They thanked Sahib and shook hands with him before leaving. Sahib turned to see Deepa still seated. Her chair faced the window that overlooked the beautiful old Maidan. The second important thing in the story is Rakesh ridicules Deepa. As soon as Sahib folded and set aside the bill, Rakesh, Suresh's firstborn, stretched his leg forward, yawned out aloud, lazily gathered his briefcase and straightened his shirt. Rakesh took Deepa's arm and asked if she was going with him. He felt her shudder. She withdrew. He again asked her with concern, "Coming?" She shook her head and said that she had got to drop in at a travel agency before she winded up for the day. Then she asked him to go ahead and not wait for her. She nodded, ignoring the superior smirk on his face. He thinks that she is doing a low-paid sales call job. Readers realize that Rakesh has a superior air, for he often ridicules Deepa. The brothers walk away from the lawyer's office. Deepa still sits there, trying to come to terms with harsh realities of her life. Next important thing in the story is Deepa's desire to join father's office. Deepa remembers that after she had graduated in commerce, she asked her father if she could join his office. Her percentage had been higher than that of her 4 brothers. Her father continued to eat his paratha and dal and ignored her question. Every time she asked him the same question, it had been the same answer she used to receive. She studied further a postgraduate degree and then a diploma in marketing management. Her qualification did not qualify her. Another important incident is the other 3 brothers' reaction to Deepa. Gopal was her newly married brother. She could no longer call him Robin. He had always been Robin to Deepa's batsman. But now he is married and full hair. Ashok and Sunil said nothing as they left Sahib's cabin. They were generally moody, but today they were in good spirits. Deepa thought that day she would not be able to concern herself with their troubles. Another important thing in the story is the drawing up of the bill. The lawyer, Saurabh, remember The day Suresh Shamdas Chabriya had invited him to the turf club to tell him that he wanted to drop his will. In the will, Suresh distributed his property worth 6 crores among his 4 sons and gave only 6 lakhs to his only daughter, Deepa. When the lawyer heard his childhood friend share the details with him, he was aghast. Saurabh attempted many times to persuade Suresh to modify the will. Suresh had nodded in irritation. He said that she has her job at the travel agency that is paying her 10,000 rupees a month along with an expense account. She won't need more than this. Saurabh said that she has been good for Suresh. He was also reminded when Bahanji passed away, Suresh told him that she would be his walking stick in old age. The single word felt like a slap. His face had started to redden. The lawyer again reminded that it was he who wanted a daughter badly. And after Bahanji is gone, it was she who has cared, who has been so kind. He stopped. It wasn't going well. And Suresh's face was getting increasingly tight. He could see from his clenched cheek muscles. The lawyer felt that it wasn't a good idea to argue with him. Another important thing in the story is the aftermath of drawing up the will. Saurabh had not slept after drawing the will. Saurabh, the lawyer, a childhood friend of Suresh Chabriya, had drafted the will. Saurabh had not slept that night. At first, he had angrily dialed Deepa's cell number and then stopped. It was a breach of confidence to tell her about her father's will. Now, for the second time, he felt ashamed of himself. He should have tried to persuade Suresh. He should have given it another shot. Another important event in the story is a lovely child. The lawyer reminds Suresh how important the birth of a lovely child Deepa was. Lawyer Saurabh remembers how delighted Suresh had been when he heard from the doctor that he now had a healthy 6-pounded daughter, a lovely girl, well informed and gentle. He had distributed sweets to every one of his employees on the 3 floors of his company, but that sweet child seemed to have died in his room in this office. Another important incident in the story is the cricket match. A one-day cricket match was being played, which Deepa was watching attentively. She heard a loud cry up the 6 floors, out, out. The whole team jumped in jubilation as it turned to search the umpire face for confirmation. The overweight man in a white coat and broad sun hat slowly raised his right forefinger amid louder cries of joy and cheer. But Deepa notices that he is not out and the umpire is cheating. The crestfallen batsman started to walk away from the crease and out of the playing field, his head hanging low. The batsman gets out and the umpire declares out. Another enthusiastic batsman took his place at the crease. He reminded himself to face the bowler while the bowler began to pace back, rubbing the ball vigorously on his thigh, preparing for the attack. The batsman, who is actually not out, represents Deepa. The umpire represents Deepa's father, who cheated on her. The cricket match outside gives a vent to Deepa's inner feelings. Now let's come to the ending of the story. After the bill is read at the lawyer's office, an emptiness and airless space could be observed in Deepa's eyes. When she was ready to leave the office, the lawyer offered to drop her at home, but she politely declined his offer and decided to go by bus. The lawyer, Saurabh Sahib, felt a sense of guilt. he cancelled his day's work and promised his granddaughter to go out for the ice cream. As he was going towards his house, the traffic was crowded. 5 minutes later, they reached the Nariman point. The signals turned red. He stared out of his window and it was raining hard. He saw a familiar figure, Deepa, at the NCPA bus stop. She was staring hard at a book in her hand. She had neither an umbrella nor a raincoat and yet appeared unaware of the rain. She was drenched. An empty bus came, but she did not get in and remained behind, still staring at her book. It looked as if she hadn't even have a tear in her eyes. Even if she was crying from that distance, the lad felt that they were not tears but raindrops. The end of the story reminds us that Deepa felt alone in this world. Neither his father nor her 4 brothers attempted to brighten her future. It even looks like Deepa has made up her mind not to depend upon her brothers or anybody. Her dry tears showed a kind of pathos of a girl child who is neglected in our educated society. Thus, the story ends with Deepa sitting in the bus stop in the rain. That's all the analysis and summary of the story. Now let's come to the recap of this session. Friends, in this session, we have learnt that the story Daughter is written by Latha Jagatiani. It revolves around the central character called Deepa. Deepa, the protagonist of the story, faces injustice from her father. It's about that discrimination and inequality faced by daughters in Indian society. It is a poignant story about the patriarchal system in the society. The story questions the patriarchal society and shows the hardships faced by a female child. The patriarchy becomes the central theme of the story. Friends, that's all about this lesson. For more details like question and answers, I'm going to prepare a separate video. I'm shortly uploading to this YouTube channel. Please do wait and watch that video also. Thank you for watching this video till now. Friends, if you find this session interesting, please do like this video and share it to your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel as of now, please do subscribe and hit the bell button for all the notifications. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye.